Well, pretty good.
Pretty good, all things considered?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, I think so.
Great, okay.
We always look at what could be improved.
Sure.
Yeah, but
No, I understand.
Are you folks from Stockton
No.
or Georgia?
Georgia guy, Buster Posey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, now he's the
San Francisco Giants.
giant.
Oh, killer. All right, so are we rolling? Are we good?
yeah.
There are a couple more
Oh,
guys coming.
excellent. Come join us, pals.
You have to go out and back around.
Yeah, there's back door, there's a stairwell on the other side. All right, well, hi, everybody. So my name's Will Logis. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you guys for being here this weekend. So I represent the performance category. Are we your first evaluation this afternoon? Very, very good. So you'll be receiving feedback from all the categories. I already introduced Becky Hine, but I'll reintroduce her for our friends who are coming up the stairs and just arriving. Becky is a candidate in the performance category, and this is her final round of her candidacy. And so she gets the honor. She gets the honor of leading the feedback sessions, sort of under my guidance. So she'll be doing most of the feeding back today. If I have anything to offer, I'll kind of drop in and sprinkle in some nuggets when I feel appropriate. But until that point, here's Becky Hine, everybody.
Hello, everyone. So we talked a little bit when we made it up here to the stage about how your performance went today, and your director said,
Pretty well.
pretty well. How did you feel?
Yeah, I felt
Yeah, it's good.
Sounded fine?
Serviceable,
Serviceable?
not dramatic compared to some of the other groups.
Yeah.
They had some very good shtick that did not detract from the singing, but added to the visual interest.
Yeah.
That I think we would like to incorporate.
Cool. Competitions are fun for that, and that you get to see what the other groups are doing, right? And that's always an educational opportunity whenever you see other groups. Yeah, so it's always great to go to the district contest and see what else is out there, yeah?
How often do you folks do a divisional contest? Are you often, or is this?
once a year.
Once a year, normally.
Once a year? Oh, okay, great. So this is like old hat for you guys. You're in sort of, kind
We
of.
have some newbies that have
Oh, do we have any newbies amongst us currently?
not here.
Oh, this is my second one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
But pretty practice. You have a good understanding of kind of the whole shape of the thing and the kind of feedback you're getting. Okay, great.
Cool. So are you keeping these two songs, Somewhere Over the Rainbow and California Dreamin'?
You mean keeping them?
Like you're gonna use them in another contest cycle?
Maybe not. Maybe. Yeah.
We don't know yet. Cool. They're both great songs. I would think in your community that both of these songs would be good repertoire songs to keep to when you sing in your community, right?
Yeah.
Some of the groups we sing it for the government groups out there, the soldiers, Memorial Day and Veterans Day. We sing out to a crowd of 1,200 people that watch us.
Really?
Yeah, so we're singing there.
That's
We sing
exciting.
at Marin County Fair. And,
Really?
a lot of
That's
different
exciting.
things like that, so.
What's
Cool.
exciting?
That you get to sing for 1,200 people.
Yes.
We were just talking about these
And we
songs.
sing for the Pacific's baseball games.
That's fun too. Do you sing the national anthem?
National
Yes,
anthem,
we
and
do.
take me out to the ball game and
Do you know it?
sing to the people joining.
Yes, sir, I do.
So we.
Cool. Yes, sir.
I think you opened that by, I hope we do it again. And because
There's room for improvement.
Because there's room for improvement, right? I was just,
her, not you.
yeah. I was just wondering if you would be keeping the songs and we could talk specifics about the two songs.
Well, yeah.
I think it'd be good to talk to,
Yeah.
to these songs, because we can apply those to others as well.
Yeah, I think, just to sort of, express something similar to Becky, like, I think the songs suit you well. And I think you were talking about this thing about watching some other groups having visual interest, having some bits in their performance that you noticed. And you have some bits in your performance as well. They do exist, if I'm remembering this correctly. You sort of gesture about the rainbow as it's coming across the sky. You examine the rainbow as it's blooming. Those are all really sweet and special moments. Something I think, sorry, I didn't mean to like
That's right.
railroad you.
Yes.
Something I'd like to offer, and maybe Becky could talk about this, is those moments can have a little bit more, I like to call it like intentionality or buy-in. They can have a little bit more buy-in. How do we create buy-in in terms of our performance? Something you can consider is on movements like when the rainbow happens, or movements like examining it while it's in the sky. Your moves can be, I use this acronym, ESL. Your moves can start earlier, they can move slower, and they can last longer. Earlier, slower, and longer.
Okay.
Because part of the thing was like, it happened and it was over. Does that make sense? Like, here's where I do this, and then I'm done, and then I can sing again. That's sort of how it translated across the footlights into the audience. So even, because we can talk about the imaginative work of seeing the rainbow, but the technical work of just like having that last a little bit longer gives the audience sort of this idea that you have control over the experience of the song that you're creating. Does that make sense? Yeah, that might be kind of a helpful thing to take with you.
Like over the rainbow, how we would shrug our shoulders, like, why, oh, why can't we do this? You know,
Is that a part that you have like?
quick movement.
Yeah. So where does that happen? And
Toward
during
the end. Toward the end.
at the end, why then at the tag?
The birds can.
Why, oh,
Oh, happy,
why,
yeah. Why then? Oh, why? Cool. So, do you want to try to answer that question? I have an answer for it.
No, you
but
go
it's-
ahead.
Okay. I'm so
I want to
sorry.
watch you.
Okay. So there's a couple different ways. You are correct, I think, in like if the move is this, there's only so much like range of motion. You know what I mean? There's only so much you can sort of take like this. So what that says to me is we can elevate the movement to give the idea of the shrug. Because what does a shrug mean? Tell me, what does a shrug mean?
Question mark.
Yeah, it's a question, right? It's I don't know.
Yeah.
The question is, why can't I? I don't know. That's the answer to that question. Cool, so that tells me as like a performance person, yeah, you've got kind of the right idea. Instead of coming up with the shoulders, you can come up with the hands like this and gesture, why then, oh, why can't I? Right? So as you come up, and what's nice about that from a singing perspective as well, you can use that slower movement to help with your voice. You can use that slower movement to help with the musical line, to send you into the big tag, and it helps you as the performer remain active throughout the entire moment. So it's less of just like, this is done, I do this, then I'm over. But if it's up, why can't I? And then, going to ESL, there's a difference between coming here and then releasing, I'm done. But if I move slower, have it last longer,
Come down.
yeah, and then you come down like that.
Yeah, we were actually trying to do I, down, up again, but
I, down.
yeah.
How long was your rehearsal with these two songs? How long have you had them for?
Long time.
Long
About
time?
6 years.
January.
Yeah, but
But the choreograph,
Choreography.
choreograph was real late. It was like the last 6 weeks.
Last 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
39.
4 or 5 versions of it, different choreography.
Yeah.
Of choreography? Oh, so you went through a lot of
Yeah.
iterations. Yeah, okay.
And I'm
We
thinking,
had to sort of simplify it down because it was getting too complicated. And the other problem is if not everybody's doing the same thing, it looks really bad, you know. And so-
Sure, yeah. If not everyone's sort of engaging in the same.
so we should,
if we're doing choreography, how long would a typical training to do choreo be?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Once a week, on a once a week basis?
on a once a week basis?
Well, plus our mirror work by ours.
Us,
Sure. So you guys meet once a week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Westminster Week meets once a week. Granted, we do a lot of pretty intense choreography, but you know, we'll do it for at minimum 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, at minimum 3 months. Because you have to remember, when you're up here performing, you're thinking about a lot of stuff.
Right.
You're thinking about the notes. You're watching Deborah. You're thinking about the choreography. Maybe you're hungry, right? Maybe you're sweating under the lights.
Why can't I see the judge?
Yeah, why can't I see the judges? You know, my wife called me, I missed the call. You know what I mean? Like there's a million little things on your mind. So it behooves you to, and God bless my director, Dan Wessler. He's always like at the last minute, oh, we have to perform. And I'm like, I know.
So wait, when you say what we should do or what you guys do?
This is it's both. This is my offer. I mean, you've had the song for 6.5 years. You know the song.
I was exaggerating.
We've had it for a long time.
Theoretically, we've had for a long time. But like let me ask you this, is the song at the point where you have to like go back and relearn things, or is it pretty much like in your bones at this point?
We had to
Deborah's not in
relearn
her
things
head.
with the new choreography, but there's a lot of choreography to go packed into one song like that.
Yeah.
And then we learn
Well,
both
it's
choreography.
in our bones in that sense, but also I find it's always needs refreshing.
Sure.
Parts are tricky and getting the half steps to be tuned. And
Yeah, it's a lot.
all that is
Yeah.
Dynamics
constant.
is, she's been trying to get us to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're doing a lot. So I want to encourage you, thank you for having the sense to edit your choreography. Does that make sense? Thank you for having the sense to edit. Like, knowing it's too much, it's detracting from the experience.
Yeah.
Like, if you had come up here and done everything, that would have been a bigger issue, right? So thank you for having the edit. It's a good lesson for program and choreography. Do you do the visual plan, sir? Or
No.
because you seem to be very
I
okay.
just
not
sit in
here,
the
right?
cheap seats and.
Great.
Our assistant conductor had to go take care of his wife who's not well. But
Copy that.
other-
But he'll see
right.
this video.
Okay,
But you
perfect.
will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. So I think the key here is simple movements, right? Simple movements. Hi. Yeah, simple movements that reflect the meaning of the song. Simple movements that reflect the meaning of the song. Have the movements start earlier, move slower, and last longer. And give the group several months to really do it right, right? That's going to be more helpful in the long run. We use this word in Westminster a lot. We want the movement to be unconsciously competent. Unconsciously competent. The idea being like you could be doing the dishes at home, right?
So you don't have to think about it.
You don't have to think about it, they just happen, right? They're just like, oh, this is what happens here, I know how to do this. And that's hard to get to in 6 rehearsals. Especially if you program week 1, try to get in week 2, realize you have to edit, reprogram week 3, like I've totally been there.
By the way, how do you learn it? Do you write it out, or does someone just demonstrate it, or how do you actually
Well,
physically learn?
you happen to be very practiced at installing choreography. Do you have any pointers for this group about that?
Yes, we make videos for the singers, and the most brilliant way to make a video is in front of a mirror where you can see the person's whole body, because in the person, and if your video camera is behind the person and the person doing the choreography, you can see the back of the person in the video, and you can see the front of the person in the mirror.
Yeah.
And when the person is doing the choreography, it's actually, when it's the right arm, it's the right arm, and when it's the left arm, it's the left arm. So the choreography videos are brilliant, and they can be just the one song, and you just get a recording, maybe use your learning track if you've got a learning track, or your best recording from rehearsal.
Yeah.
And people can practice at home easily that way, and you can pull it up on your phone even, and practice it in your desk chair or on your boat, whatever it is you got.
Okay.
Yeah, and that works great.
Good.
People learn different ways though. That'd be for visual learners, right?
Yeah.
And then there are other people who have to touch it or read it or whatever. So
It's hard to read it and do it.
it is.
What I do is I tape it on the mirror in the bathroom. I do it that way.
A written out version. Yeah. Some people, it would be worthwhile for the people who need to write it down to take their music and watch the video and write it on their own music in their own handwriting.
Oh, okay.
So like if they want to call this a sunburst, it can be a sunburst, or they can call it whatever they want to call it, and they write their own paper in their own handwriting, and that's useful for them since people learn in different ways.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool, and I agree with Will that it takes several months to really nail it.
Yeah.
Well, we
It's
weren't too
unfortunate.
bad, were we? I mean, we had, a little this, a little that, looking out, leaning forward, leaning back. I don't know if that registered, but.
Yeah, so that's part of your visual plan that when you program into rehearsals, time to work on that.
Yeah.
And you can also, when you're doing that, speak it. You don't have to sing it all the time. So you can speak through the phrases where maybe you just do a little lean that builds the character moment or whatever. And you can sometimes just speak it and do it. You're not just singing all the time.
So
And
you're
also-
focusing on one thing, not two things.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, and then also drilling small sections of it. When you go through the whole song and you didn't do great on your choreography or your character delivery, whatever, on the first page, don't try to do page 2 and page 3. Drill. Do 4 bars at a time and get those 4 bars to be the best. And some people might find that boring, but I find it really, really educational and fun because you can master 4 bars of a music, and you can have the leads and basses sing it while the tenors and baritones are doing the choreography and just mouthing the words. And then you switch it off and you do the leads and the tenors, and the bass clef performs silently is what we call it. And so they do the moves in there, but there's no sound coming out. They do the lyrics. And then so 2 parts each time you do that kind of work is only focusing on the moves or the character delivery, whatever it is, and not focusing also on the music. So it's just a brilliant way to break it down to smaller pieces and smaller parts so that some people are performing silently, but they're working on the moves. And maybe you do that 15 or 20 times with just those 2 parts singing, and then you move and let the bass clef do it, and the treble clef is just performing silently. And it's just a great method to break it down. Yeah.
Is there such a thing as overload choreography?
Yes.
Have too much of it in there?
Yes, there is.
If it
Wouldn't you
distracts-
agree?
Yes, very much so.
But we're not there yet, right?
No.
No, you're not.
I'm just
I
wondering,
have a question.
No, you're not.
is there any kind of a standard of, not having the choreography every 3rd note or every 3rd verse or type of thing like that? I mean,
Yeah, it
with
should
an
just.
overload of it.
What Will said earlier, it needs to support the character or the lyric. It needs to have meaning. It needs to be purposeful. You don't want to make a move just for move's sake, because
Yeah.
that's
Okay, that's answers
Yeah.
my question, yeah.
yeah. You had a question?
Yeah, I've noticed, like, if I meet somebody like a news reporter type person that does TV, when you talk to them one-on-one, they have such an exaggerated way of talking. But when they're on the news, it just seems like normal, right? And does the choreography have to be really exaggerated? You kind of said it did.
No.
Well,
No, it should just support the character.
I
There's
thi-
a shrug in a
Lyric.
normal
Yeah, and I
conversation.
think
True.
Yeah, I think it depends on what you mean by exaggerated.
Yeah.
So here's my philosophy towards that. So back in Los Angeles, I'm in my day job. I teach theater. I'm a theater teacher,
Oh, wow.
and I run a theater company, and I direct a lot of theater.
Okay.
And so this is my personal philosophy as a performance person in this hobby. So take it or leave it. I am of the opinion that a barbershop performance happens in what I call a heightened reality. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's real life, but in brighter color, which is why, like the earlier, slower, longer, like, of course you wouldn't move that way if we were just talking on the street somewhere, right? Like, that's absolutely true. And we're not doing that. You are on a stage performing for a group of people, and we must remember 90% of all human communication, thank you, 90% of all human communication is nonverbal. So if you just stand there and sing, and you have an idea of what the song is about, if you just stand there and sing, the audience is only going to receive 10 or 20% of whatever you are experiencing or thinking about the song. So that's why I think it's a good idea to have some type of evocative movement that lives in a heightened reality. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, so it's exaggerated but not over the top.
Yes, exaggerated but not over the top. Yes.
Yeah.
Again, a wonderful, long-winded Will, classic me.
No, I
Well, you said yourself, so. Sort of, yeah.
It's also not necessary to match all the time. Like if we were gonna, if we were just talking, and I'm gonna tell you a story, and I would be like, can you believe this happened to me? I might go like this, and Will might go, can you believe this happened to me? And you might go, can you believe this happened to me? And you might say whatever the line is, and you'd have 15 different moves, but they would mean the same thing. So it's not necessary to match every move all the time. If the character and the meaning is just enhancing the lyric, right?
But like when you drill people for 6 months on this stuff, do the 3 different people you just mentioned, do they do exactly the same thing every time? Or do they just kind of go with the flow?
They sometimes will change, like a natural move, will change a natural move. Sometimes what happens though is this group of baritones over here starts doing the same move. And then you have to say, well, if we're doing alike but different, the 3 of you have to change and you have to change, because they'll morph into doing the same move. So you do have to monitor that if it's do your own thing, if it's like a do your own thing.
Yeah, I noticed
situation.
like Fog City wasn't tightly choreographed, but when they were moving, they were all moving.
Right.
Yeah, and you were kind of getting the same information from them, but it was their own thing.
Yeah.
That's a good.
And with the same intent and with the same integrity and vitality, right?
Yeah.
So, so it matched a lot of things, but not exact moves.
Conveying the same message.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So can you be specific in where we lost points and where we gained points of what we can do within our capabilities?
Yeah, what we're taking points away from us.
I mean, we don't actually lose points
That's
in this game.
Yeah, that's a common misconception. It's not really like I mean, to give you a little inside baseball, so like anything from like 80 points to 100 points is like an A, right? Anything from 60 to 80 is a B, et cetera, et cetera. So each of those echelons has a lot of like key words that we're looking for. Does that make sense? And those key words help us hone into a target score, basically. Can I borrow this? So like, for example, if you're scoring in like the low 60s, so this is like a B- level, the words that pop up are like, your characteristics are still developing. There is an awareness of the plan and components of a visual plan or a musical plan, but it doesn't feel like 100% confident yet, right? It's becoming more entertaining, but maybe lacks engagement consistently. Maybe there are moments when you get too caught up in being like, man, I'm tired. And you kind of take your foot off the gas, and we can see that. Does that make sense?
Unfortunately, we can't see the audience because of the light.
Totally.
And we were expecting, our discussion for weeks has been engage the audience, and then the lights are in our face, we could see the judges who were not to react.
Yeah.
It was darker than for the other. I couldn't pick on a person in the audience and interact with that person.
Yeah, that's kind of, that is the thorn in the side of like being in the theater. I've done many shows on many stages, and yeah, you can't. It's just a sea of black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like my advice to you is be prepared for that to happen. So next time like you'll get on a stage. I'm always prepared to not see anybody, and it's a pleasant surprise when I can look out in the audience and see faces. So I have to imagine a person I sing to. I have to imagine somebody I communicate with. That's what helps me get out of that funk. So I love this idea of like connect with somebody in the audience. I use that with Westminster all the time. I told a couple people during our evals today to like talk to people in the audience. And if on the day, again, you have to call an audible sometimes, if on the day the lights comes up and you can't see anyone, all right, I'm imagining Becky right here. Or I'm imagining my girlfriend back home right here. You have to be able to pull a tool out that will help you get the job done at a moment's notice. So that might be helpful too for next time. Yeah.
What other elements of performance were we not quite there yet? You know, when you're looking at the key elements, key phrases you associate with different performance levels.
Right. More physical energy, more vocal energy behind the singing line, behind your words and lyrics, to get that audience connection with your sound and your voices, and keeping your faces engaged all the time, because we can see you and everybody in the audience can see you because there are bright white lights on you. Yeah. So to stay in the game all the time, always be engaged in the story and telling the story.
Yeah. And one of the other words is creativity.
Was there a range of engagement? Would you say we were all kind of here, or some yes and some no?
Brother Fred, we actually just got a heads up from our CA there, from our contest administrator, that we are out of time. We have to go to the next group.
Are they filming us up there? Or do we have a chance to see ourselves?
It's possible. I know that they were live streaming it, but you'd have to check with James Halverson. But we have to go. But feel free to continue this conversation with them.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Will.
See y'all later.
See you later.
Deborah,
Yes.
you were looking at us.
Oh,
If
yes.
the range was 0, no theatricality, and 10, extreme, what was our range? Because everybody
No,
wasn't
so
the same.
there was a lot of engagement going on, but the usual thing does still happen, where people think and it's not quite happening, so it's not consistent throughout the course.
Hello again.
Oh, hello, it's so nice to see you.
Yeah, I was glad to see you.
Hello,
How are you?
Oh, great to
How's
see
everybody doing?
Good.
Right. Wonderful.
So my name is John Ward. I was your singing judge this afternoon. This is Keith Harris. He is one of our senior candidates who is expected to certify shortly, assuming I give him a good grade this weekend. So we're actually going to kind of turn it over to him and let him talk to you a little bit about what your performance this afternoon and what you did and what we heard and what we think you can do to start moving that bar a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, we'd like
Cool.
to.
So some of you, I don't know if some of you remember when I visited, within the last year
Yes.
or so, and came to visit your group.
I know.
And I thought today was a lovely performance, and definitely growth from where I heard when I was last visiting. How did you feel about how everything went today?
I thought it was
I think it
better.
was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah, good. I'm glad so. So you're proud. You're very pleased with the results you had today.
Yeah.
Not the score.
Well, please.
I mean,
Yeah.
we always, want to do better, but we're
Sure.
happy to have improved.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should be.
Right, it is better.
And there were really some lovely moments. A lot of the things that I heard that I really liked, I wrote down: warm, loving, fun. Second song in particular, I was very impressed with the energy on the song and the energy it brought to your voices as well. So I think the biggest place we can make for continued improvement is, particularly in slower songs, how do we bring that energy to something more still or soft, right? and have kind of uptune, because what's happening here is we have a really kind of lovely core sound, a really great buy-in to the story and what we're saying. It's really quite consistent, you know, at that low B level. And then it's like, okay, so how do we do our best moments all the time? And what are our best moments? And I thought the kind of energy you brought to the second song showed us a little bit more flash and pizzazz than the first one. So how do we get flash and pizzazz without over-singing the first one? That's one of the things. So one of the things we could work on would be to do some like vocal like flexibility and freedom exercises and see how it affects our sound. You want to do some singing?
Yes, sure, absolutely.
Can we do the first song a little bit?
Yeah. All right. Do you want to be in,
We just need, where we are.
just where you, do you want to be with, like, tenors over
Sections.
here?
Well, it doesn't really matter, we don't have the full chorus.
Are we getting up?
Well, tenors, do we have leads, any leads?
We have a lead.
Why don't tenor
I'll sit
lead?
next to this guy anytime.
Get on.
Can the basses go down a way, right? Okay.
We're baritone and bass heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
That's okay.
Ben
The work is the
Ben and I
same.
can carry
The work is the same either way.
Ben and I can carry the tenor and lead, okay?
Good. Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking for my pitch button. I lost it here.
I think just the other half had to go home.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's okay.
that's all right. So you take them the notes, you bring the exercises to them. And,
Yeah, some people are just fair weather barber shoppers.
Oh, got it.
They'll only shove 50 weeks a year,
I
not
know.
52.
Okay, let's see, so we start with a nice E flat, here we go. And this is,
Over the
from
rainbow.
the beginning now?
yeah, from
Okay.
the beginning.
Okay. Your bearings, yeah, so E flat, here we go. I think we're good. One more time.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around.
Good, let's do it at the beginning. I want you to bounce your knees and sing la 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 la. Bounce a little and sing la la la.
Good, okay, here we go.
Notice how you're dragging a bit. You're like, so direct with your director. La 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 la. Direct along and really own the la 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 and the energy. The director doesn't have to give you timing. We should do this together, right? Notice when you talk to someone, you probably talk with your hands. So if we sing a song like this, we don't have to say, when all the world is a hopeless. Now I want you to just be a little over expressive, a little over Italian, right, with your hands right now, just for the purpose of body freedom, and go back to singing the lyrics.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane,
Beautiful. Now this time, I want you to get the idea and the inspiration for your first line on the breath. When all the world, all right? And then send your story. You're having your conversation with your director now. So when you're using your hands, go toward your director. Okay.
When all the world
It still looks like breathe, sing. When all the world. If I were to say to someone, I'd be like, hey, you know, when all the you have the idea. I need to see you have the idea, and you know what you're going to say before you say it, which is very different than breathe, sing, right? Yeah.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around.
Beautiful. Now, keep that energy going towards your director and ask yourself, are we telling this story together? Make sure you keep your ears connected to the person next to you.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane.
Did you notice how much more together that was? Yeah. You know what's great is I didn't really teach you anything. I just said pay attention to each other. And you did, and it turns out singers are kind of designed to be choral singers because we have two ears, one on either side of our head toward our partners, and our mouth that goes forward. We were built to be singers. The cool thing is, you did that beautifully without even having to learn a skill set. It was really just a matter of concentration. The thing we need to remember when we come to rehearsal and performances, that's your responsibility, right? It's easy to stand and sing our part and just say, well, the director did this, I think I'm basically with the director. No one actually cares if I'm a director, if you're with me. I really want you with each other. And then I kind of say, go, and the machine should sing. You understand the difference? It's you need to make sure you're best friends and enjoy singing together. And your director just keeps, your director keeps inspiring you to keep doing that. If I tell you all to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I say, do it with me, we'll never get together. But if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll just do it. And that's how your music has to be, right? You need to really be focused on enjoying singing together. All right, now that you know you can, take that opening again.
When all the world.
So you have to have the idea. In order to sing together, you must breathe together. You kind of went hope, and when it wasn't together, then you went back to watching the director. If it's not together, find your buddy. Which note are you on? All right.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane, and when all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, to just a step beyond the rain.
Good, let's have just the basses go on somewhere.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up high.
Beautiful. Let's take that again now. I want you to sing this basses like it's the most beautiful solo line you've ever had, and you're the one with the microphone. Go for it.
Less rasping.
Yeah, we'll do that next.
Somewhere over
Beautiful.
the
Did you hear the difference?
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you're going to sing that beautifully, I want it to keep going. Somewhere over the rain. You don't need a breath after 2 words. If you're going to sing that beautifully, keep it going. Here we go.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up high.
Beautiful. Now, here's the key. We're not going to take a breath in that phrase anymore, but if you need to sneak, you leave out a word, you don't breathe between words. You go, way high. And that high needs to be the best part of the solo. Right? Somewhere.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up
The sound.
high.
Sing high.
High.
Where we're getting high. High. Just doesn't have to be louder, but it has to have integrity, right?
So what will help with that is high, high. And put the E on the end as opposed to kind of drift through.
Finish the solo.
Finish the solo.
Yeah, sing high. Bass is high.
High.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, so the word isn't high E, it's high.
Mm-hmm.
Staying on
High.
the first part. Yeah, stay on the first part.
Yeah.
Can we go back? Make sure we're still in key
Yeah,
somewhere.
there we go.
Beautiful.
Key.
Wow, look at that.
Key, I love it.
Can we add the baritones? And baritones, your job is to join the basses in that beauty. Sing the baritone part like it should be done as a solo.
Somewhere.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up.
What is our first note here?
I'm getting too fast.
Are you on a G? Are you berries? What's your
Start.
somewhere?
Yeah.
Just the berries, you want the bases and the berries?
Bases and berries together. Yeah.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up high.
Let's get the can we get the baritone? Can we get the baritones in there somewhere?
Okay, so berries.
Yep.
Okay.
No, basses, let's go back. You went way up high. So we need to take that breath out. Ah, and really sing. Ah.
You can't breathe after up. You can take the word up out, but you can't breathe after you sing up.
Yeah.
If you can just breathe after you sing up, you have to take the word high out.
Okay, so berries.
Which
I would
doesn't
rather you
work.
take the word up out than high.
B flat, B flat. Okay. B flat to C. So, B flat. And you are B flat.
Somewhere over. Two parts.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up high.
Good. Now that we know we're at baritones, join the basses in that beauty. Here we go. And
Somewhere over the rainbow way up.
So in this first phrase, we're going to make a rule that nobody breathes between words. We got baritone, rainbow, way. And we'll just leave a little music out of it. Now, there's only two of you. You feel like you got to steal a breath. But you're going to have to agree. You leave out this word, you leave out this word, and we have baritone the whole line without a breath. You can breathe. We're just going to be a little more strategic about it. All right? Here we go.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up high.
Almost, but the baritones way up high.
Bases too.
Yeah.
We're still breathing between up and high.
Can we skip this whole
loud.
phrase? What we want the audience to hear is this whole phrase without a breath. Okay? That's our goal. Let's see if we can get this one. I know you can do it.
For you and B flat you.
Cool.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up high.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Ready now?
Now, isn't that different? What kind of music? Let's have 4 parts in there and see what that's like. Now, if you two
We
need
get to sing too?
Yeah. Now, if you two need to take a breath out, we're obviously going to lose the section, which is fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Take up, buddy. Take up. Yeah.
Know your pitches.
Somewhere over the rainbow way up high. There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over
that's another spot I would work out to take out the breath. Or, if you're gonna put it in, somewhere over the rainbow skies, if you want a breath.
You can put a moment in.
The great thing is with a freestyle song like this, all we want to make sure is the breath doesn't sound like a mistake or an emergency. So either have a moment or get it out of there, and then we all have, if she says no, nobody breathes ever, then we have to make sure that we dedicate ourselves to figuring out how to make that happen. Because did you notice how wonderful the music was in that opening line? And when everybody agrees to the plan and goes for it, you sing more together. You actually have lovely voices. So when we sing together, you have a lovely chorus sound. When it is not as lovely, it's when we're all individually have our own plan, and the director has her own plan, and the plans don't match.
Eight guys singing by themselves.
Yeah, and so what we need to make sure is that it's not a matter of what's the right plan. It's that we agree and are 100% dedicated. There is no, as I tell my chorus, no mass mutiny. All right, no jumping ship because we think we need air. That if we need air, we'd be very strategic about it so that we're really together. And then when we have that, we're all wonderful. Thank you so much.
Don't be a stranger. Come by
What's that?
anytime. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'd love to get you some other time. Anytime. Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Big help. Yep.
Welcome out here.
Every Monday night, 6:30.
Any Monday night.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, for those of you who've not yet met me, my name is Alex Bruin. I am a BHS candidate in musicality category in my final season, hopefully before certifying. If you couldn't tell already, I'm not from here. I'm from England, and it's a joy to be here for this convention this weekend. So thank you so much. Thank you for your performance earlier. How did you feel about your performance?
Well, we felt pretty good. We're feeling a little better about ourselves now, actually, with a little tweaking here and there. So this eval is super helpful.
Super. How best can musicality serve you this afternoon?
I think to show us where specifically we can improve would be great.
Brilliant. Let's start with Somewhere Over the Rainbow then. The barbershopier song. I like to start with the things that you did really well, and I would love to see you continue doing. You sang this with a really sweet delivery. It's a beautiful song, and you didn't try and do too much with it. You did just enough, and that was lovely. The vertical tuning was pretty good. Each chord was pretty well tuned. The lead section, I just want to shout out your lead section, who had a wonderful unity. It wasn't just one voice, right? Mm-hmm. Was it just one of you?
No.
Okay.
He's running back, but we had 4.
Here it comes.
Yeah, your lead section has a really lovely sense of unity to them. And with that, the shaping of that melody line was done beautifully. And you based your interpretation on the lyrics, and you did that through the whole song, which was much appreciated. And the tag was lovely. A really lovely tag, and I love a good tag. Yes. And it just leaves us going, yes, that was a good song. For how to get more from this song, let's dive in. So when we have pickups in the song, when we've got someone starting a phrase early, you need to make sure that those are connecting and making the forward motion continue rather than halting the forward motion. Occasionally you kind of tripped over those pickups. So that's thing one we're going to look at first. And thing two is using the end of the phrase to go through the breath into the next phrase. So that's not just sing to the ends of phrases, because that's boring and you already know that. But it's making sure that the way that we sing the ends of the phrase and the way that we breathe together connect into that next phrase. So can we go from
Yes.
the top? A little bit of singing. I like the volume.
So from the intro?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So from the beginning.
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane, a magic lane.
Super, right. So, when all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven. So see if we
That's a
can
little
make more.
crescendo at the end.
Around, heaven. I like to think of it like a ski jump. Around, heaven.
Yes, I love that. Okay, great. Shall we do that?
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane, and when all the clouds.
So when we have these pictures, yeah, lovely, thank you. And you can still have space in it, so that breath can last a long time. Another word, all around heaven. So we don't need to go round heaven. We can leave that hanging space.
I see.
Between the phrases.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, right. I see.
So it doesn't
right.
have to go.
So it's a ski jump in the sense that here is the space.
Float,
Right,
and
got
then
it.
you land back again.
We can spend some time in the air.
Yeah.
Spend time in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
And then,
Face plant.
yes. And then when we have that space, if we apply that to when that next phrase where we have the pickup from the basses, they can catch it on the way to the landing. They can use that kind of. I can't remember what the lyric is.
And when.
And when.
Right.
So that arc of the breath can catch the basses.
Right, so it's really connecting, as I understand, connecting the breath to the sound.
Yeah.
So you're thinking this moves,
Yeah.
not just I breathe and sing, but I breathe and connect.
In music, in all music, the breaths and the rests. Breaths and the rests. Try saying that after a few beers. Are part of the music. The fact that you get to breathe is a happy accident. Sure, it's nice to have oxygen, but that doesn't matter. The music doesn't care that you have oxygen or not.
Right.
What it is part of the music.
Great, okay, again, same
Yeah,
place?
please.
Okay.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane, and when all the clouds.
So the rest of you, when the basses do this beautiful connecting of the phrases now, the rest of you have to come in as well. Can't just go, that was really nice.
It was
Well
shocking,
done."
actually.
Don't do it again. No. And that first breath was beautiful as well. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I like that. Thank you so much.
And actually, what you've started to do now in thinking with
Yeah.
that breath in the middle is we've removed some of the equal note lengths. Because we had a few moments of, it wasn't here, but when all the world bless jumble and now you've got more of the flowing motion
Yes.
through it.
Lovely.
Which is super. Let's do that again, prove it wasn't a chance. And then everybody else, don't be shocked by the basses, because they've got this pickup now.
Hang on to it, boys.
Right.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven
Just a step beyond the rain,
And that's a lovely example of those echoes that you're using really well, those little moments of barbershop. And yeah, you can continue to explore those breaths and making those part of the music.
Very helpful.
And that seems to be adding that a little more musicality through the phrases as well, which is
Yes,
lovely.
what we want, yeah.
Super. Right, California Dreamin'.
Okay.
We're having to move on.
Yes.
So you might have noticed your musicality score was a little lower for this one.
Yes.
So you sang this really. You actually, it sounded like you enjoy this song a little more. Do you like this song?
Yeah.
You sang it more musically. The problem that we had with this song was in the arrangement, and there's quite a lot of major chords or minor chords, just kind of dun dun da dun 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 da dun dun, without the tritone tension that we tend to reward in contest barbershop. We didn't put up any penalties on this, but we just felt like there was some lack of tension because of that it was trials.
Yes. Yeah, agreed.
Give us a tritone, just so us heads know what we're talking about here.
This interval.
Deborah talks about it, but
it is.
It should be called the bitone, by the way. It bifurcates the octave, doesn't trifurcate it. But
It's because it's three tones. It's it's an interval of 3 full tones stacked up on top of each other.
Okay.
So that's why it's called a tritone.
All right. I take it back.
No, not at all. No. I see your point, and it does split it halfway in the middle. But yes, and it's also the interval between the 3rd and the 7th in a barbershop 7th. So it's usually the interval between the baritones and the tenors, which is why the baritone tenor duet sounds great. So what we want to do with this song is find a little bit more of the barbershop flavour and sing it with that little bit more sense of wall of sound and things. So if we can just dive in a little bit.
Yeah.
You did a really great job with the lyric, you did a really great job with rhythmic echoes and just delivering this song. Let's see if we can find some more barbershop in it.
Good, okay, great.
Which song are we doing?
California.
Okay, let's go.
California dreaming on this cold and rainy day. What a dreary day, such a dreary day.
Cool. So on these when we land on the word day, California dreaming, such a weary day, such a dreary day. We just make sure that is a nice solid chord. So that's one of the moments where the arranger has put in some barbershop texture.
Okay.
Okay, so do that one more time.
California dreaming on this cold and rainy day. What a dreary day, such a dreary day. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I've been safe and warm.
Yeah. So when we're finding those moments where the barbershop kind of lands, and we make sure that those are the most solid moments when we arrive in the barbershop texture. I would probably recommend a different song for next year's convention than this one, but do this on your shows because it's great fun. But would you agree with that, Jeremiah? Yeah. So let's continue to explore the musicianship in this song because there is lots that you are doing really well, and let's make sure that's there. So let's park contest vehicle. Let's talk about the song and how to sing it even more like the song. This song, as it was originally sung, call and response. We have lead, everybody else, through the entire song.
Right.
Let's see if we can make that texture a celebrated feature rather than, here's a thing we're doing, these are the notes on the page. let's go. The lead does a thing, and everybody else goes, here's the thing. Behind the leads.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah.
It's all about them, guys.
So is it just are you just the one lead here right now?
Right now, yeah.
Okay.
We have diminished troops because of the lateness of the
So
They all abandoned me.
So the section's singing like one voice this evening. So
Right, well.
and tenors as well, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have two,
Yeah.
All I can promise, all the leads are going to sing the same note.
Perfect.
5. Okay.
Yeah, let's go from the top.
Great.
California dreaming on this cold and rainy day. What a dreary day. Such a dreary day. All the leaves are brown. All the leaves are brown. And the sky is gray. And the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. If I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Such a winter's day.
Cool.
Stepped into a church.
Cool. We're going to come back to there in a second. That kind of sitting in that groove of it. Yeah, that kind of feeling like it's coming back into it. Just let that groove take hold of you.
That mamas and papas vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So barbershop is not its own genre, it is a style of arranging. This is pretty darn close to being in the barbershop style, but it is still a mamas and papas song. Sing it like the mamas and papas.
Yeah, good.
Celebrate that, because you love that. We love that song so much that we wanted to learn it and bring it to this stage. Do the things that you love about this song. So we can get in. Where were we? We were
We're stopping into a church.
Let's stop into a church and carry on celebrating what you love about this song.
Is that right there?
Yeah, you're on it. Ready?
Stopped into a church. I passed along the way. You know, I got down on my knees. I pretend to pray. You know, the preacher likes the cold. He knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day, such a winter's day. New York, it's a cold, windy place. When the rain snow in my face, and from September to May, the sky is so bright.
Yeah, this bridge has got lots of. It's quite complex and quite. Doing well with it, gentlemen and lady. And when we have this real change in texture with a long melody line coming over the top, and that is not your line, sorry, bassist, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. We would just let that grow. Whatever your line does. I did know it once.
Low propulsive.
Yeah, let that propulsion, let that kind of doom ba doom ba doom ba doom ba doom ba. Let that rhythm happen. This is where we don't want to be doing any kind of doom ba doom ba doom ba doom, because that's just going to sound naff, to use the British technical term. So let's let that moment kind of go ba doom ba doom ba doom ba. Just let it groove. Can we go back to where we were from the church? We're going to be just embrace your Sunday morning church.
Pretending to pray.
Yes, exactly.
Stopped into a church. I passed along the way. You know, I got down on my come down on my knees. I pretend to pray. The preacher likes the cold.
He knows I'm gonna stay. California
dreaming on such a winter's day, such a winter's day. New York is a cold, windy place. All the wind and the dew blowing my snow in my face.
And actually, that sounded more like barbershop when we didn't try and make it barbershop.
Yeah, isn't that great?
It's great, isn't it? Super. So we are out of time, I'm afraid. Thank you so much. Any
Thank
questions?
you. Yeah.
Thank
And anything
you.
we've done,
Very
or
helpful.
just
Thank you.
processing time needed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Super. Awesome. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fabulous. Best of luck, and I hope to see videos of you guys doing well in the future.
Yes, thank you. We love that.
You'll probably be judging us.
Well, congratulations. Great.
Thank you, Deborah.
Great work not only this morning, but now, and see if we can all remember, maybe write down. And you're always busy responding, but it would be great for the future,
Yeah.
especially how we got the breath energy for.
I gotta write
for
this
the
down.
rain.
More leads show up for the
Yeah.
Yes, that's a major suggestion.
Slower, longer. That's
I'm very
wonderful.
long
And
down
earlier
there.
to begin our choreo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So thank you.
No, that was good judging.
ESL.
Really helpful.
Yeah, that was good. One of the better
Stop
sessions.
singing on one word and take a breath.
Aha.
So much good stuff, I think we.
Yeah.
And a
said
flat.
anything about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
all
We
the
got it.
three on Monday.
You did get a plus.
And we were.
The key thing he said is to own it.
We sang pretty well.
That was a problem. That was one of